Scotty. Who's Scotty?
Went up downtown. Went up downtown. Went up downtown. I want to save my soul.
What's up everybody, welcome back to a brand new video. Today we are looking at the VERREAL RS Ultra. The RS Ultra is the latest offering from VERREAL and it is a very well thought out, well built, fun electric skateboard. I first reviewed the RS series about 4 years ago. Things have changed a lot since then, but what Vic has done is he has kept the RS line alive and he's kept it very much relevant. That's a great word to use. The upgrades they keep on using keep putting this board back on the list of boards to consider, if that makes sense. Today we're going to go for a ride, talk about the specs top down. At this board, first of all I should say, my first RS from 4.5 years ago, I would still have to this day, but my shed was robbed, my shed was stolen and 13 electric skateboards were taken and the RS was one of them. And I've been quite sad ever since then because the RS was always just, and this isn't a negative, the RS was always just an electric skateboard. It was so much fun to get on and ride, you know, no bells and whistles, just, I can't even explain it. It inspired you to want to go out and have a ride. It was such a fun board. It was fast, it was carvy, it had good range. And this was back in a time when, you know, we were still seeing 10S 2Ps, 10S 1Ps. You were lucky if you got a 12S 2P, you know, that would be a high-end, very expensive electric skateboard. And then you had the VERREAL RS, you know, with the double kingpin boards and the big motors and the reasonably high-powered ESC. And that board was just, every group ride I went on, the RS was the one I would take. So I'm really excited to show you this one. They've done a really good job with the Ultra. If you've got any comments or questions, chuck them down below. Before we do get started though, Vic has given me a really good discount code. If you use Scott D at checkout, it will take $100 off the price of this electric skateboard. There are 4 variations, so make sure you choose carefully. There's like a 90mm, there's a mad wheel, there's a pneumatic, I can't remember the other one. So jump in there and have a look. But if you use my discount code, this board will come down to $999, which is insanely cheap for what you get. Oh, and something I forgot to mention, I have already done a full unbox of this board on my second channel, the collaboration channel I'm doing with Craig Taylor, Skate Oz. I'll put that link up here. So if you want to see the unboxing experience, click up there, watch it. Make sure you subscribe to that channel because myself and Craig will be dropping lots of additional bonus content on Skate Oz. Right, let's go for a ride. Let's talk all about the VERREAL RS. All right, so let's start at the top of the board and work our way down. Grip tape, really nice grip tape, super grippy. It's about 3, maybe 4mm padded grip. So it really grips onto your feet. It's quite a coarse grip and it looks really cool too. I really like this design. It's different. It's not copycat like a lot out there. The deck is 2 layers of bamboo, 2 layers of fiberglass, and 6 layers of Canadian maple. So very strong. I don't think you're gonna have any problems with cracking or breaking. Because of all those layers and because of that battery box that we'll talk about, it does have very little flex. I'm gonna say no flex. So you can see there, that's me jumping up and down. Very stiff board. But again, for the type of board it is, it's kind of how it's been designed. Vic is really good at making smart choices to make an enjoyable electric skateboard. And it's the reason why the one from 4 years ago, well, why I was so sad when it got stolen. Moving down to the trucks, they are double kingpin trucks, aluminum, These are the same trucks that have always been on the RS. They're very, very carvy. And he's paired them with 100A bushings, front and rear. And it's a very low profile truck. You can see how low that board is. So very fun, front and rear. Man, those mad wheels grip like crazy and they sound awesome as well. Oh man, those wheels just don't let go. Wow. Very, very fun electric skateboard. Let's talk about the electronics, because that is probably the biggest upgrade on the RS Ultra. Vic has gone to this new FOC ESC, new remote control. It's a 66A ESC. And like I said in my unboxing, it is a true 66A. There's no hiding behind buzzwords or phrases to try to confuse or trick consumers. Some companies do quote higher numbers that aren't that accurate, let's call it. Now the remote control, you'll know well and truly by now. This is a very, very popular remote at the moment. And the nice thing with this is it's customizable. So you can do the 8 clicks, go into the menu, and you can change your acceleration, your braking, all that sort of thing. It's a really nice remote to have. You don't need a companion app. I hate companion apps with an absolute passion. I think this has got one, but I wouldn't even bother with it. It's just that third-party scooter one. The remote can do everything. Something really cool about this one is you can put this board, sorry, into a mode that if you were to get stopped by the police, they would not be able to see its true or full potential. Pull the brake on, hit the gear change button 10 times quickly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Will not go faster than 20 kilometers per hour. No matter what you push, you can't change gears, nothing. And now it just shows an L on the screen with a line through it. Just sticking on the topic of the electronics, the battery, 12S 4P multi-cell P42A cell pack. So really powerful battery, very, very high discharge rate. And it's gonna give you a heap of power with very good range. So 12S 4P, I'll put the watt hours, amp hours on the screen there. The motors are 6374 and they're 170 kV. It pairs really nicely with that ESC. So 6374, 170 kV motors, 66A ESC and 12S 4P multi-cell battery pack. So this is sports mode. There's one more above this. I'll show you that one next. So 3, 2, 1. So really, really subtle off the line. All right, now this is sports plus. Holding on, 3, 2, 1. Whoa. So a much bigger kick off the line, and it still has that steep acceleration curve halfway through. So you can be going along at 20, and it still climbs really, really quickly. Now another really cool thing about this ESC is that it's got like a self-learning mode or a self-calibrating mode, and it can handle anything from 8S up to 14S. So if you ever did want to upgrade your battery in the future, you don't have to change your ESC. You can go into the learning mode and it basically goes through and it detects the motors and the battery, and it will set the ESC to exactly what you need to power what you've got. Probably my favourite cafe in Brisbane. When you go to the counter, you ask for a coffee, and it's either hot or cold, and it's black. Really quickly, looking underneath the board, I do want to talk about this enclosure. This enclosure fundamentally has not changed from any of the RSs. It is a big aluminum box, or aluminium, or depending on where you live, but they have made some subtle changes. So first of all, this acts as one big heatsink. The ESC is mounted directly to it, so it disperses that heat as efficiently as it possibly can. On the end of it, it has two plastic caps. Now they did a few years ago, they did try doing aluminum caps and carbon fiber caps, but it actually hurts the antenna signal. So they've gone to the plastic, and apparently, according to Vic, with their testing, it has zero degradation of the signal. I think I'm saying that right. Tell me if I'm saying that word wrong. So plastic cap front and end, aluminum body, ESC ESC mounted directly to it to act as one massive big heatsink. Here's one of the big improvements I really like. This thing here, I feel like I'm plucking a ukulele. This is a 3mm rubber gasket that goes the whole way around to assist and give even greater waterproofing, which is really cool. I really like this. You do get stuck in the rain sometimes, and I like the fact they're doing this. Looking at the trucks, like I was saying before, it's a really low profile truck. It's so fun to carve and yet so stable, even though it is double kingpin. You can see there it's cone and barrel. I've already mentioned 100A durometer. But again, just looking at the little things, you know, washers on every single nut to save the deck, to save anything from sinking in if you tighten it up too much. You know, back here, you've got your cable management. It's basic, but it's there. Again, washers on every single nut. All right, next thing I want to talk about is the quietness of these motors, because they are very quiet for a belt drive. 6374 with the belt drive. I'll put you down there and just have a listen. There's no cars around. You gotta be careful of these jacarandas. Their leaves are very slippery. Really like this. Like I said at the beginning, it's just an electric skateboard. It's a high-powered, high-quality electric skateboard, but it's extremely fun to ride. You can carve on it, you can go fast in a straight line, you know, the full customizable remote. It's really nice. The VERREAL RS Ultra, after my discount code, like $999 I think it is, or maybe $1,099 with the mad wheels. But jump on the website, have a look. I don't think there's a better street wheel electric skateboard with a 12S 4P at that price. At $1,000 bucks, I don't think there is. You can get the novelty ones with lights and smaller motors, smaller batteries, but for a 12S 4P molly cell, 66A, yada, double kingpin, I don't think there's a better value board out there. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the final footage. Comments, questions, chuck them down below. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, and don't forget, check out the link below to go to Escape Oz, the collaboration YouTube channel between myself and Craig Taylor, another Australian YouTuber, where we'll be putting a whole lot of bonus content like unboxings, interviews, live streams, stuff like that. Woo, man, those mad wheels are just so good. They are the perfect companion to this board.